What's that hole?
Feels like that feeling again.
That's something that's going to pull you.
Oh God.
You're all right.
I want to stand at the back and feel it.
No, you're all right, thank you. You're all right. Hi guys.
Hi guys.
So previous to the video you've just watched, we thought we'd give you a bit of an explanation. Just going back to the cemetery, planning on going back while it was lighter for you guys to see, and because we couldn't really pan it out because of how dark it was. And got there, started recording.
Yeah, so we went earlier in the day while it was still light, just so we could get a footprint layout, because the previous time we went there we found new bits that we'd never seen before, and both of us know that graveyard very, very well.
Yeah.
And neither of us knew it before, so we went just to kind of get a footprint of it during the day so we didn't feel as lost or confused about where we were in the dark. So we went round as normal.
We did the whole lot, didn't we? We did everything. Went about the whole...
Yeah. So before we left, we charged the batteries.
Everything was fully charged on.
Everything. We made sure we had everything we needed for the night that we had planned. So the camera was sorted, batteries were sorted,
lights were sorted,
EVP recorder was
we
sorted.
made sure the phones was fully charged so we could use them in case we had any malfunctions, like malfunctions. Like we had the first time when we went there and equipment was going stupid. And we just carried on, didn't we? We went on, walked in. It was very hot day.
It was the hottest day on record.
Hot day. And walked down to where we found the extra bit of land and the headstones.
So
then we sat down and done.
We found a spot and sat down and thought, oh, this will be, because it was just becoming twilight. So
it was still quite light, wasn't it? It was like, it was really light. However, when we hit the trees, it was dark. Like you couldn't see. We couldn't see. Yeah, we had all the lights on, but when we got out into the openings, it was really low.
It was only in that bottom part. Bearing in mind where we were sat wasn't really covered with trees.
No.
So we all decided to stop because we kind of figured out our footprint, sat down and did an EVP. While doing the EVP recording, we tried to play it back there and then, and it just kind of went crazy, didn't it, the EVP player?
Before you played it back, it's an EVP where it's not a spirit box, so you can't sit and listen as it's playing.
Yeah.
You have to record, stop, play it back.
Yeah.
But this machine is one of the high-tech EVPs.
Yeah.
And we actually borrowed this bit of equipment, brand new, never ever had any problems, was tested and also tested again on the evening that we went down there, and we sat there and it went like several times. So it was like, it sounded like it was going to blow up.
Yeah, it did. So it was a bit of a struggle for us to listen to the playback to it at the time. So as we sat doing a playback, still sat where we did the recording, so we haven't moved. All of a sudden we all heard a voice, so we looked up and there's this man.
Well, yeah, middle-aged.
Well,
youngish.
Yeah, walked, and I mean speed walked past us, paid us no attention. He knew we were there, we wasn't quiet.
And we had all the lights on, so we had all the torches on. I also had my phone light on. Did I have my phone light on at that time?
Yes.
I did have the phone light on the whole time, didn't I? I just didn't record on my phone until after. Was it after?
Yes.
Just after, wasn't it? Yeah. And no, I did, because I've got a bit of footage. I've been walking down.
Oh, okay. On the phone or the GoPro?
On my phone.
Okay. So, as we sat there.
Yeah. Anyway.
This man we could hear this man. So we've looked up and there's this man sped walk past where we are, through the graveyard. So off the main footpath into the graveyard where there's nothing.
Yeah, literally. Where he went into, we'd been down there the previous time, as you seen us, the spotlight went on in the video. It was around about that same place.
Exactly, yeah.
And when we had looked back there with the cameras and with our own eyes, it was fenced off. The fences are quite high up there, so
there's literally
no way you could have got through, because
it was literally a row of bushes and then fence.
And then more bushes.
Yeah.
So unless he's, I don't know, invincible to bushes.
He literally just walked past us, went in the bush and disappeared. We couldn't even hear him inside these bushes. So we
didn't come back out there.
No,
we was like, this is a little bit dodgy now.
Yeah.
Because
He could have been doing anything basically.
And then it's 3 women.
Yeah.
We need to be cautious, safety first. So we thought, let's head back up to the memorial. Yeah, so we're walking up to where Paige got pulled the last time we went there, and
I still decided to walk at the back.
You did, yeah. Just minding our own business, and then my mum does this weird thing with her arm. She flaps.
And no one knows why.
We've asked her, why did you do that? She doesn't know. I have my phone recording still facing forward. No, not my phone. What did it use a GoPro?
Both. You had them next to each other, holding them like this.
But
the GoPro he was using as just a motion rewind, and the phone he was recording.
One of them, I think it might have been the phone that I turned.
Oh.
Because I had the GoPro set on Mum.
Okay.
Because that's when that's when we had the recording.
Yeah.
Anyway. So as you can see, there was someone or something stood there.
Which we didn't see at the time. We only seen that reviewing the footage, and it took us for quite a shock actually.
Yeah, because you can actually see it stood there, and it then ducks, and then it's gone.
Disappears.
So we were oblivious again to this, carried on the evening,
walked up to the memorial stone,
gets to the top,
sat down, and we both looked at each other and was like, oh, it's so lovely up here, because it was the hottest day of the year.
But there was this lovely breeze that just hit us.
Yeah.
So we sat on the wall by the memorial. Gillian was
wandering off recording.
Walking around, yeah.
And I've decided now I'm going to start my opening video, because we do different openings just to see
which one we're going to use. Yeah. So anyhow, sitting there, I decided I was going to stop recording, and then we was going to do was the break before we were starting the night. So before this, we was just getting out our footprint, testing where we were going, come up to the war memorial, and that's when we was then going to start. Yeah, and drive it around the whole cemetery. Then we was going to go back down, do some more EVPs. We planned on staying up there for a good while, didn't we?
Yeah.
We was there an hour. Was it even an hour?
About 45 minutes. Maybe not. Yeah, about an hour.
Probably all after driving around.
Yes.
All in all, an hour. So we sit on the wall. I've decided to start recording.
I've started recording, and you will play the footage of my very small opening video, because I had to cut my video short. So,
and you will see our reactions.
In this video, I'm recording, as you can imagine. So I have my phone, and over the top of my phone, I'm looking down the hill where we just come from. And we have both, I didn't realise she was seeing it at the same time.
You can see in the footage, you can clearly see I'm sat there and I'm like...
Yeah, we both clock it within seconds of each other.
What are we looking at right now?
Yeah. So there's like a public footpath, and then it veers off into the footpath that we've just come down, that heads off into the graveyard. So we're looking at a V-shaped pathway. So on this side that's a public walkway, I look over the top of my phone, and I see this mass, black, and I mean black, to the point it catches my attention.
It came out from the top of the tree.
And it just kind of pulls down, this blackness just comes out the trees and kind of...
And the thing is, where it come down, behind it is a lamppost. So we're looking now, and this lamppost is getting blocked out by this shadow that's just formed. Nothing come through. No one was walking up.
No.
It just come out of the trees.
And
so as you can see in your footage,
it catches both of our attention.
It's just so happy both. You can see I'm sat there and I'm like, it's my face and you're there,
and I'm like,
I'm already there, like pulling the biggest, ugliest, dirty chin face. you're there like
Yeah,
trying to focus on your video.
Am I seeing this? So anyway,
Yeah.
this black mass forms, and next thing you know, as it hits the ground, it's this. I don't know if anyone knows of the Slender Man. So I see this black, long, Slender Man thing, and in my brain I'm looking and I'm going, oh my gosh, that's Slender Man, and I'm really seeing that. How am I really seeing that? So this long...
But it took ages to get up, and the more it come closer, it was really tall.
It felt like
a stick
ages,
figure.
but it wasn't ages because you can see on the video, so it felt like a long time this happened. So this figure starts dawdling up the hill like this. And at this whole time, it's a black shadow, walks under another lamppost, and he's still a black shadow. The light does not catch this thing. And I'm looking over my phone at this, like, what on earth are we looking at here? Because this is a bit weird. Like, we've been on hundreds of ghost investigations in all my life. I've never.
And we've been to some scary places, God.
We've been to the most haunted place in the UK.
Yeah, my good God.
I've never seen anything like this. So, next thing you know, it hits the very last lamppost on the pathway just before us. And suddenly, he's a man.
Yeah. Turns into this
There's just a man
wearing shorts. The posture of him, he was no longer scrawny or skinny. The shadow had gone.
He was just this man.
But it was still very tall, wasn't it?
He was tall, but not as tall as the figure that we saw. So
yeah.
I've laughed, as you'll see in the video, and I'm just like, oh, it's just a man, just my brain playing tricks on me, okay. Not realising at the time Sarah's seen the same thing, because I'm recording, so I can't see Sarah right now as I'm looking at this man. And then all of a sudden he's a man. However, the feeling that come with this man as he hit the top of the path.
The thing is, as we said, it was lovely and breezy. Now, if you remember previous, when we visited there, I apologised about the noise from the pub. The pub was still open and it was still quite early. We didn't go as late as last time, and it was very rowdy in there actually.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the breeze stopped, the sound from the pub went, and then you decided, you literally just went,
I had to stop recording because this man made me feel so, because at not one point did this man take his eyes away from us as he's walked up this path. So we sat on a very round memorial. So I'm sat where you are, you're sat where I am, and then Gillian is stood to the side.
Yeah.
So imagine I'm sat there and the pathway is directly in front of me. Any normal person coming out of the shadows would look and think, oh, there's people there, I will walk around them. Not this man.
No.
So I've cut my video off because now I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable, thinking, oh, it's a bit weird.
I've picked up my phone.
So
I've got everything because I'm thinking,
he's gonna.
Are we gonna get robbed? I know it was bad, wasn't it?
It was.
It's everything runs through your mind at one time, and you're like,
but
are we overreacting?
Yeah.
Is this silly or?
But
no.
This man, the only way I can describe this man was wild. His eyes were wild, and I even said after, wasn't it? He was like looking at a dead man walking.
Yeah.
The feeling of him, I was captivated by him. He didn't stop staring at us, did it? And I couldn't take my eyes off him. So this man has walked up the path. I've stopped recording. I've put my phone down. You've put your phone down. Jill's put everything away.
I hooked the GoPro with the string around my wrist.
So instead of walking round us round us, no. This man has walked directly up to me and stared me in the face. Stared. Not one point did he blink. Bear in mind, at this point, you can't even hear this man walking.
And we're on gravel. We walk. Even in the previous video we've done, you can hear my funny shoes on the gravel. You can hear them. And you could hear it all around that area. And even that evening, to no sound, you could still hear us walking. There was no sound.
This man wasn't even carrying a backpack, didn't have a phone in his hand.
Nothing. There was nothing.
You couldn't hear keys or change in his pocket. You couldn't even hear him walking next to us. This is how silent everything just dropped. There was no sound. So he's walked directly up to me and he's staring me in the face, like staring. He's walked round then to Sarah and stared at her. She's had to drop her head because she...
Yeah, I looked at him and he looked and I went, ugh. I
I
couldn't even look at him.
The feeling was horrific. I've never felt anything like it in my life. So he's...
Do you know, we're talking about now and
I can feel it.
sick.
I can still see the way he looked. It was awful. So he's walked past Sarah, gone round to Gillian, and give Gillian this very... This man was in no rush. Completely took his time, didn't he, walking past us. Yeah. And just give Gillian this very creepy smile. Okay. It was horrible. So, Gillian being Gillian. Smile back. Yeah. Hi. So, he's walked off now behind us to the other part of the graveyard. I'm now still staring at this man because I can't take my eyes off him. So I turned round and looked at him. This gentleman has got halfway down the public footpath, has stopped, looked over his shoulder at us, took a few steps back, and then walked off between the headstones.
Literally between the headstones. No path. Didn't
right.
even go down the path. Coming back to go through the headstones.
Yeah.
We were, at this point, we sat and we was like, we was going to go that way next. That's where we was going to start the evening. And we were like, what do we do? And after the way we felt, we decided going back to the car because we didn't know who he was, if it was actually really real.
Yeah,
we've questioned it. Even now, we can't tell.
We've come up with 1,000,001 theories for his behaviour, such as he could have been at the pub, he could have been under narcotics, he could have just been a peculiar person.
Yeah.
So we've come up with 1,000,001 theories of his behaviour, but we cannot explain what we saw when he was coming up that path.
Yeah.
And we cannot explain the feeling of this man.
If he had come through the alley, because we've been there and we've seen people come up there before, you can make them out through all the lampposts, you can see that there are people coming up, but from the get-go, from the third lamppost down, and it wasn't dark down there, was it? It was darkish, but it was, you could see down.
It was just typical summer's evening, just as it's getting dark.
Yeah.
So we're not particularly girls that are quite easily intimidated at all. We're not bothered by many people. I mean, it's our home where this is. Neither of us live that far away from it, so it's comfortable for us. However, this man did not make it comfortable for us. So we've all decided, actually, do you know, maybe we shouldn't be here. So we've left, went home, dropped Gillian home, and then it got crazy.
Yeah, been crazy ever since. We lost the motivation to do videos. We didn't want to. We normally talk every day. We
live in each other's pockets.
Didn't speak. I wanted to sleep. Then you wanted to sleep. It was coming up to my daughter's birthday, and I had no motivation to do anything. Obviously, I got up and done what I had to do. You come down. Then you got worse. We didn't realise that after we spoke to Gillian, she actually felt the same. We would wake up and our whole bodies were hurting.
I was waking up with sores, and I mean sores. I
woke up with them. I had them all at my face.
You've still got them?
I've got makeup on, so you can't really see.
Still got some.
I had a line. I've got two like bites on my shins.
Yeah.
One's still a bit of a hole in my leg.
Bear in mind that night, Sarah was wearing trousers like the lunatic she's in a heat wave, was wearing trousers. So there was no reason for the bites. However, I had a bite on exactly the same leg.
Yeah, in the same spot.
Exactly the same. However, mine kind of went. Sarah's did not. And this was now, what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, and it's still there.
Yeah.
Still there.
2 weeks ago this happened. This is how long it's taken us to do this video, guys, because it's...
we have a Facebook page, and I posted a week later explaining that we'd done this video, that the sound had gone, and we was trying our best to edit it and put it out there for you guys. And today I posted up another status and it told me I had an unfinished post, and I was like, from what? Clicked it, and it was the post about this video. So we're hoping you are watching us right now.
Yes.
And we, you know, if you've got this far, like the video. But we know this is a bit of a long one, guys, and we really hope we haven't bored you to sleep. But we really appreciate you supporting us, watching our videos.
Yeah.
Don't forget to give us a
thumbs up, like, subscribe, share your friends.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And
catch us on the live to listen about what happened after.
Also, there will be free prize giveaways, and you have got to stay till the end of this video so you know about it. Ta-da! Yeah. Free prize giveaways, and we will send them out to you. But you've got to subscribe, like, and share what's out there, guys. You've got to be there. But until then,
hi guys.
hi.
As you can see, we're back in the cemetery. This is where I myself got pulled. So we decided to come back a little bit earlier and do a walkabout. What is that? Oh, it is a person. Scared the life out of me. Yeah. We decided to do a little bit of a walkabout in the day, just so we could get more of a layout and not feel as lost. So yeah, we'll see you in a little bit.